now I want to show you how to wind a bobbin, because we need a bobbin before we can start. So I'm going to take my thread, and it's got this wonderful extension thread guide here. So I'm going to pull that up and take my thread through the first hook, and then bring my thread down into this guide right here on top of the machine. There's another guide right here, so I'm going to bring it under there. I'm going to take my thread and feed it through the center of the bobbin and out the top, and then the bobbin goes right on here, and you're going to move this button over to click with it. And then on the screen, you can see that bobbin winding comes up, and if you want to slow it down, you can, or adjust the speed, you can. I'm going to go fairly slowly, and I'm not going to wind a lot because I already have one here that I'm going to use. But I let it wind a little while, and then I actually trim this thread and then push the start again and let it go. It will stop itself automatically. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to move the button over. And there's a cutter right here on the top. I can just cut my bobbin thread, and there's my bobbin ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to plop in the one that I was planning to use, that I already had wound. And when you put the bobbin in, these are drop-in bobbins. You want to make sure that it's might be a little bit difficult to see, but the word PFAFF is embossed on the top of this. You want to, if you can't see it, you might rub and feel that. You want to make sure that the word PFAFF is up. You drop the bobbin in, and then I put my finger right on top of it because I want to make sure I get it into this tension guide right here. So there's a little gap right in the front of the bobbin case right here that you want to get your thread into. So I'm going to put my thread there, and then I hold on to the top of the bobbin and pull that thread until it clicks into the tension. It's very important, as I'm sure you know. Okay, and then I'm going to wind it around this guide, and there's a little cutter right here. I'm going to put the lid on, just snap it on, and then I can cut my thread like that. Okay, so the bobbin's ready to go for my straight stitch. The next thing I'm going to do is thread the needle. So I got this kind of pulled out. I'm going to wind it back up a little bit and show you how to thread the needle. So again, back through the telescoping rod here, there is the option to put another spool here and put your thread here. You can wind a bobbin separately if you want to from that bobbin or from that spool, and it's also designed to help you do twin needle sewing. Okay, so to thread the machine, I'm going to go through this metal, underneath this metal guide on the top, up and around the plastic gap in the back of this plastic, down through the tension. You always want to make sure, by the way, that your foot is up when you're threading the top portion of the machine, because you want to make sure that your thread gets into the tension guides. And this machine, I'm going to pull this little piece off, comes with active stitch technology. You won't be able to see it exactly. There are 3 rollers here that when active stitch technology is active, and you can see when it is on the screen, those rollers are going to act as your tension, and they feed exactly the right amount of thread to the needle for the stitch that you're making. Okay, so now I'm going to put the cover back on, and it just clips on and push down in there. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that I've got my thread in there nicely, bring it up and around the take-up lever. There's a guide right here in front of the needle. We need to get the thread in there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it through this guide here, and in between the gray and the white portion of the threader, and then there's a cutter over here on the side. It's really important to use that because it cuts the thread exactly the right length to use the automatic threader. To thread the machine, I just press a button, or to thread the needle, and it threads that needle for you automatically. So there we go.